Happening, road dogs and highway hounds. I think I'm live, and that's about the only way I'm going to be able to do a video. Bad sign or whatever, but that's one of the reasons why I like Charlie Lee. I was on there selling last night. When the GDAX thing came out saying that Bitcoin Cash and that whole kind of debacle went down with that, and I'm sitting there. And it is a conflict of interest. I mean, even me holding my Litecoin and talking to you guys about it, it is a conflict of interest. Hi, Michael Luna. What's happening with your head self? All you other road dogs and highway hounds. No, but it's the integrity of Charlie Lee, and that is why I started buying Litecoin back in 2013. It is a conflict of interest, and you need to know that, when you're listening to people, all these guys pounding Ethereum bought it for pennies, and I mean, I can't even remember that guy's name, but it's just there's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and they may not have your best interest in mind. And that is why I continue to stick with Bitcoin and Litecoin, and I have sold out of my Ethereum. I sold that, and it went up, and I don't even care about missing the rise of what I could have got, if I would have held a little bit longer or whatever. I don't care. It's the ethics that I'm concerned about, and that's why you guys watch me, right? Hey, tweet this out and thumbs up it, or do whatever you're supposed to do with that kind of stuff. But I see all the comments. Wow, man, 23 people. That's pretty big for me, for this old cowboy. But no, Charlie Lee, man, I just sticking with the gold and silver. But I don't really know what to say beyond that. I don't know how you guys feel about Charlie Lee selling out, if it's a good thing or a bad thing. To me, it's a good thing. It just shows his integrity, and that is why I stuck with him from the beginning. There was a video that came out when he was just he was just starting to go to Coinbase. Man, this is really hard in my other truck with the holder on, so I can just drive around. Oh, I'll just go over here, pull over. But anyway, my view on it, it's a good thing. Bitcoin Cash, that Bitcoin Cash thing, I'm of the mind that it's not necessarily a good thing, because it doesn't have the on-ramps and off-ramps. So I kind of like the Bitcoin and whatever. But because I want Bitcoin and Litecoin to work with each other. And, you can, and then we'll, do the nickel coin thing later and take the positives from things like IOTA and Ethereum and put them onto a new blockchain, if IOTA even holds up. People don't realize that I've been around for a while, and these new coins can either do it or they can't. And there's some security issues with IOTA that they got to work out. And I hope it does work out, because the Tangle is a cool concept, and it's probably the most revolutionary thing since Ethereum. But RSK.co, RSK Labs down in Argentina, man, that you can take all of your Ethereum apps and apply them to Bitcoin and Litecoin through RSK.co, RSK Labs. Diego Gutierrez and Sergio Lerner down there, they released a coin without value because of their ethics. And ethics is extremely important in Bitcoin and Litecoin and cryptocurrency in general, and blockchain, because it is something to make things more fair. And there's a lot of crooks out here, people, and You know, I've never taken any money, asked for any money from anybody. I haven't taken advertising dollars because I don't want to be beholden. And that's the way I look at what Charlie Lee's doing. He's selling out because he doesn't want people to be walking around saying, hey, you're just saying it so you get rich. You know, because I get people saying that stuff to me. I just tried to upload a video and explaining that. It's part 2 of one that I jacked up, but I can screw up anything. That's why I'm going live now, because that's the only way I can get a video up. It's terrible. But anyway, I'm just not a techie, and money's got to be simple. I figured out Bitcoin, Litecoin. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't need to figure out how to do Tangle. That was the gist of the video that I deleted on accident, was telling people the people in the office that you got to know how to hold it. You got to know how to hold it securely and safely. And if you don't, you're taking a lot of risk. And you guys should know that I don't mind taking risk, but it's calculated risk, and it's measured, and it's as safe as possible. And I haven't lost any Bitcoin or Litecoin. Well, I did one, but I don't know what the heck happened there. I mean, whatever. You know, mistakes happen, but security is your responsibility. And if you're trusting Binance or any of these exchanges for it, man, you haven't been around long enough to see these exchanges go down. But, you know, and with the price going up the way it has, getting a lot of questions about, is it a bubble or whatever. I don't think it is a bubble. I mean, because of the way it was released, it's an exponential growth curve. The network effect and all that kind of stuff contributes to the price. And you look at that, the way it was released, there's an exponential growth curve, and you've got a lot of people coming in, and just wait till after Christmas and everybody gets home and talks. I had some conversations. People are listening now to me. They haven't been listening before, you know, and they know I got this business, and so they listen now. They're like, oh, the proof's in the pudding. So they're, you know, now they're, you know, all these new people coming in don't know where to go. They don't know Ethereum was pre-mined 80% and given out to all of Joe Lubin, the chief operating officer's buddies, you know, the Goldman Sachs types and all that stuff. That's not the ethic that Bitcoin and Litecoin are achieving. So Charlie Lee, hats off to you, buddy. See my bald head? Good move. I think that's solid. You're staying consistent. That's why you're in the nickel coin trilogy of Andreas Antonopoulos, Charlie Lee, and Sergio Lerner of RSK Labs. That's the holy trinity of the nickel coin. Those guys are going to have to approve it and say that it's good, because, you know, I'm good enough to come up with an idea, not good enough to see it through. But those guys are smart enough and pretty enough and all that good stuff to keep a good, ethical, watchful eye on a nickel coin and the way it was released. It could be released fairly, like Chuck Lee did it with Litecoin, and you know, it would be proof of work. Hopefully have a Tangle, hopefully be Turing complete, all that good stuff, and all the other advancements that come along. And then it could be released fairly to the world, to people that need it, instead of to the developers, like every freaking IOTA thing type new cryptocurrency comes out. They always keep some for the developers, you know. It reminds me of, I think it was Socrates. I think he said that philosophers should be the rulers of the world, you know. It's always convenient when you're a philosopher and you make that statement. I think truckers should rule the world, you know, and developers think they should have 15% of the entire supply because they are the developers. They should rule the monetary world, you know. Whatever. Just release it fairly, do what's right. Charlie Lee, thank you. You're a man of integrity, and I just say hats off to you, brother. I appreciate it. Hope to meet you someday. Adios, muchachos. I'm out of here if I can figure out how to turn it off. How do you turn this off? I better pull over. I need some technical prowess to do this here. The X up here in the corner. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, that's what I said.